Good morning. Today is Thursday, December 4th. Getting right into the economic data. We have unemployment claims that just came out, 191,000 versus forecasted 219,000. So that is down. So that just helps the case for rates to be lowered coming up in the next FOMC meeting. So let's get right into the broader markets, take a look at what they are doing right now off of that. Let's go right into the ES. We're looking at a 4-hour chart on the ES right now. I like the push that we had yesterday. Real good volume. Had some good downside in the morning, some good liquidity grab to push to the upside. As long as we stay above this 68.51.25 today, I like the upside. We're in this regressional channel here. I like us to keep pushing higher. As long as we stay above the 68.51 level, I like to see us push into that 69.50 level. If we lose this 68.51.25 level, I think that we could pull back down into this 68.12.25 level, which is a pretty significant level. You can see how it's respecting that level. We've been talking about that level for the last month and a half, 2 months now. So we are above that level, so that's a good sign right there. So I would say, though, if we can hold this level right here, I don't think there's much stopping us from pushing into 69.50. And then, of course, if we can get above that, then we're going to get to those all-time highs set at 69.53.75. Not sure if it's going to happen today or not, but key level right here to hold for today is 69.51 1/4. If we lose that level, I think we could retrace what we gained yesterday. But things right now are kind of chopping around, so we'll see what happens. Let's get down to a little micro level 15-minute here. So you can see we're like kind of in a chop zone right here now. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little pullback today. In order for us to move higher, I think that actually would be healthy. So I'd be careful. My bias today is I would not mind a little pop on the open in order to get some pullback. So grab some liquidity down below in order for us to move higher. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ, I've been talking about this regressional trend line. I said yesterday we were going to have trouble getting over it, and we are. So the same thing that I have a level here at 25,646.50. I would say if we do not maintain this level, I think we're going to pull back down to this 25,563 level. If we lose that, we'll move down to this 25,497.25. And then if we lose that, I think we're going to pull back down to this previous all-time high set back in October 8th at 25,394. In order for us to get some upside, we have to regain this level right here, the lower end of this regressional trend line at 25,687.51 in order for us to start pushing higher there. So you can see how it's respecting this line right now a little bit. Right now it's trying to have a little tug of war, seeing what's going to happen there. So I don't like the longs unless we are above this 25,646.50. I would anticipate some downside as long as we're below that level. So that's it for the broader markets. Let's get into Tesla. So there was some news yesterday that the Trump administration was talking about giving EV credits towards robotics in 2026. So I think those are not EV credits, the tax credits rather. I think that those are going to act in the same manner that the EV credits were acting towards the electric cars. So I think that's where the pop came on Tesla, and there's really no gauge on robotics for Optimus, for Tesla. They're they're anticipating that when they do roll it out, they're going to be about $25,000 per unit. And I think that they're saying that Musk has to hit 1 million units sold by 2035. And based on what he's saying, it's an easy target for him to hit. So I think I think right now the rise in Tesla stock is not necessarily based on the auto industry. I think it's more based on the optimism for robotics, because I think that could potentially be the future for Tesla. So let's take a look at Tesla from yesterday. Beautiful hold yesterday on Tesla. We got above the 50-day SMA right out of the box. The pre-market analysis was spot on. It said as long as we're over that 50-day SMA that we were going to push higher. We hit some really nice levels. As far as today, I did have this resistance level up here at 450.78, between 450.78 and 452.65. And you can see what it did in pre-market right now. So it is respecting that level right now. So as far as my long bias, I do have a long-term bias of long bullish on Tesla, but that's notwithstanding any kind of pullbacks that we can potentially have coming into today. So my bias on Tesla today is I would not be surprised seeing a little push on the open, struggle up here a little bit, and then getting some pullbacks. I would be very comfortable with Tesla on the long side if we can get and break above this 452. Let me clean some of this stuff up here. If we can break above this 452.65 level and hold, I like the upside into that 460.16 level. But we need to get above this level. You can see right here there was a lot of resistance back here, set back at the beginning of November, and big sellers that came right in here. So we need to regain this level in order for us to continue to have some upside. I would not be surprised if we had a little pop on the open. Same thing with the broader markets, pop on the open and then some pullbacks. I do have some fair value gaps here that I've been going over right here. So fair value gap is when it's between three candles. So let's just take a look at this one. So here's the first candle. It's kind of a smaller candle followed by a larger candle followed by a smaller candle. So on the upside, you take the high of the first candle and then the low of the third candle right there. And then this is your gap right here. So then what that forms is if the market pulls back, this is where you'd want to take a long entry for it to pull higher. So you would take your long. If the market pulls back here, you take your long, and then you put your stop just below this first candle right here to know that, okay, well, if the market pulls back below there, then you're wrong. So that's something I look at also along with my point of control levels. So you can see some point of controls are being set right now pre-market up here. So I would say that, we're getting some selling up here. So there is some resistance here, but you could see that, there right here, there's not much holding this. So if we lose, you had some big buying right here. So this potentially could create a speed zone to the downside here. So you got to be careful today, even though there's been, Tesla's been really performing well, over these last several days, actually beyond several days. If we look at Tesla, the way it's been performing, nice stair stepping all the way up. You have this nice U-shaped rally happening here. So this is a big level right here. In order for Tesla to continue its push higher, got to get above that 452.65 level, which is October 29th's low of the FMOC. So that, right, to me, that will get us going higher, and it'll spark things as long as we can get above it and hold it. So it's not just a little peak above it. You gotta really get a nice surge and then come down and retest it again in order to get higher. So I would like to see a little pullback, little liquidity grab down below, and then push back, to get back in there again. So right now, what happens is when you get up to a resistance level, it hits it the first time, it's very strong, and then it comes back down. You see, we tried to get above it, the one time, and then it came down again, and then you see we lost it, lost it again, and now we're coming up here again. So this level, once you hit it 3 times or so, it becomes weaker. So then if we can really pop through it again, that'll give me some confidence that, okay, well, this level, eventually, hopefully, I'll be able to take this red level and turn it into a support level because we'll be above it. So anyways, that is it for the longer term outlook on it. So you can see we're getting some good resistance here. So I would be careful up at this level here unless we can really get some good push through there. So my bias on Tesla this morning is push higher on the open, seeing if we get some resistance and for some pullback longs. Okay, so let's take a look at the strike prices I'm going to use for today. Before that, let's go into the 5-minute opening range from yesterday. It was pretty good once the market panned out. So it was struggling a little bit. So I took several trades, right in this area, and I was talking about it in our trading room. The same concept. It popped through it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and then finally, boom, it became weaker, and then this became our support level for us to push higher. So 5-minute opening range yesterday on the low side was 431.11, and the high side was 437.45. Once you pop through that, we got a pretty decent move up there. For I think within the hour, it got up to 444.38. So you could have gotten yourself about $7 on that move, which is pretty good. And then Tesla pretty much, it held its own pretty well. Another thing I've been looking at is there's been some anomaly wicks that have been happening here, and I've been noticing them. I talked about it in the trade room also, that these wicks, for some reason, they seem to retrace themselves. So that's the one thing I'm paying attention to today. This wick that happened, even though it happened after hours, the low on this is 441.10. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. You guys can mark it also. See if Tesla does pull back to this 441.10 level today. So that's something to maybe keep on your charts and keep an eye out for. So let's take a look and see where that comes in. At 441 level, come into right around here. Also comes into a nice support level that I have right down in here. So a nice pullback there. That'd be a nice pullback long there. So you got to be patient with everything today. So let's take a look at the strike prices I'm going to use today. So all Friday expiration, which is tomorrow, I'm going to have my 450 calls up there. So as I get closer to expiration, as I've explained in the past, I get tighter with my strike prices. So I'm going to have the 450 calls, which is probably $1 away from where we're going to open if we were to open right now, and I'm going to have the 440 puts, which is about $10 away. And with the way Tesla moves, $10 is really nothing, nothing move for the day. So where they closed on the calls, $4.95 for the calls on the upside, and then on the downside, they closed at $3.50 on the put side. So. Anyways, I keep forgetting to tell you, subscribe to the channel, like this video, click the more button down below, and join the Discord as we're trying to build a community. And if you join the Discord, you can come and join live trading from 8:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time. I go over the 5-minute opening range along with some other advanced trades throughout the day, throughout the morning. And I've also been making some videos on those trades as well and posting those. So if you subscribe to the channel, you'll get updated every time I make those videos. Have a great trading day, and I hope to see you in the trading room. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.